Well, I'm partway up the hillside, Malka of Holger's house, and there are two pathways that come down from the ridge where the boulders have sort of smashed the ground and bounced along to here. You can see a big bounce right here, and then another one came down this side about 20 feet to the right of the first one, and from where I'm standing the rocks were breaking apart and it left about a 200-pound boulder right here, and then continued bounding on down the hill. My guesstimation is that the boulders that finally came up to rest against my house may have been 2,000 pounds each, 2 tons maybe together. On the other side of that last shot, there's another foot-deep compression right here where the boulder hit, or one of the boulders hit, left another chunk here and a couple of smaller chunks here. It didn't seem to continue down. Fortunately, there's enough growth of trees and brush that it broke the rocks apart as they continued down the hillside. This is the pathway that's 20 feet over Mackay from the first one I showed you. The boulder came, one of the boulders must have come down through here and hit this tree here, slowing it down, and continued in that direction straight. Now I'm another 20 feet over from the first two crashes coming down the hill, and there's some more evidence of rocks coming down here, leaving a rock here, leaving a rock there, there, and there, and continuing down the hill. These are the same two rocks that I just showed you, and we can see it continuing down through here, and I'll follow it farther down. It's almost like the three paths came together right here. The path from over there, the path from here, and the path from here, and the three came together and ran right through here, coming down and making another deep depression here. Again, jumping and bounding, landing here. You can see a little bit where this tree over here got knocked down and it scraped the bark. Again, leaving bits of rock along the way, or picking them up and pushing them and depositing them. And then here we come down here. I'll try to move down here next. Thank goodness it hit this tree here. Looks like it knocked the tree over and left this one boulder on the ground here. Approximately where I'm standing is the property line between Holger's house and the house Malka of Holger's house. This is the last big boulder I showed you, clearly broken apart. It's one that has been coming down the hillside, and it stopped and lodged against this tree right here, scraping this out of the tree. However, the others continued down, uprooting this, looks like a large guava tree. And I'll continue down the hill now. Right now we're still above Holger's house.
That's right.
This is Ryan, Holger's tenant.
Hey there.
And as you can see right here, it left a piece of broken boulder between those two guava trees. And I'm going to attempt to follow them down the hillside and we see where we go. I'm roughly facing the camera toward the last place I was standing, and suddenly the path of waste gets wider right through here. See, knocking these trees and bushes down, knocking a big tree down, which is hanging out sideways here. And we're going to follow, it left a boulder right there. Okay, this is the path of, looks like the final two boulders that came running through. Knocked down this chair and left this boulder right here, which is a little unstable. We might have to secure that a little bit. And then I'm going to continue down the hill. Right now we're probably about 40 feet above Holger's house. And you can see my roof right through there. Looks like something came here. It split halfway that way and halfway this way. Came down here, took a little left right here, jumped over the wall, and went down against these poles down here. I'm pretty much coming down the straight path toward our house. The 1, 2, 3rd pole from the back and the 2nd pole from the back. We're going to go down and see where the boulders came to rest. At least one leapt over and bounced right here, and then it continued in this direction. That's the bounce that I just showed you, and it looks like there's another bounce right here, just about 8 feet to the side, and pushed the fence down here. And we bounced on this rock wall, and we headed down to the 3rd pole. In context now, we're at our electrical box. This is the farthest pole down toward the street, and I'm going to show you up the side here where you can see one of the boulders is precariously balanced between the telephone pole and the ground. Okay, now I'm at the 2nd pole up from the street, and you can see the boulder is balanced against the ground and the pole, and this one is balanced against the ground and a previous wall that was up here before we built. So as you can see, it came through this opening here, and then I will turn directly around, and you can see from the top these two boulders. It may have started as one, and when it hit here they separated, but I'm not sure about that. Very dramatic. I'm now standing behind the 3rd telephone pole, and you can see here where the boulder is balanced against the telephone pole. I'm going to swing it down underneath just so you can see, and bring it back up. Now I'm standing on the bottom landing level of the house, and I'm just even with the boulders that came down the hill. They started up through here now I'm on the second level of the house, and I'm going to be looking down on the boulders down there. Again, that came somewhere bounding down this hillside through there, and then an angle up to the left.